You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $10 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Dirty Dan, who says, please rant about Neill Blomkamp. Watch which of his films, short or feature length, have you seen, and what are your opinions on them? Are there any particular directing styles, trappings, or themes which are uniquely his, and you enjoy them the most, or not? Thanks. Let me pull up a list just to be sure that I know all the movies he's done, because if he has made anything since Chappie, then I am not aware of it. So let me go make sure what we've got here. It looks like he's working on a movie called Inferno. So I've seen all of his major films. It looks like he did a bunch of weird shorts over the last few years. So I should probably check those out, because I've never even heard about any of them. But yeah, he did District 9, Elysium, and Chappie. District 9 is one of my favorite movies. Absolutely loved it. Love the crazy fucking weapons. Love the incredibly fast pace. The ruggedness of it. The way that it establishes its universe and then gets the ball rolling so quickly. You know, obviously there's plenty of interesting social commentary and stuff in the movie, but I like that it prioritizes first and foremost being like, you know, this rollicking action-adventure film in a super unique location, using the, you know, the politics and history of South Africa as part of the sci-fi storytelling. Just all around, great fucking movie. Elysium was not as good. It was much more heavy-handed with its political messaging, which is not terrible necessarily. It's just like, it really fucking, you know, it's really on the nose. I remember the villains not being that, like, because, you know, the guy who played the main character in District 9 is the villain in Elysium. I remember it being, like, a little underdeveloped, just feeling like I wanted to see more of the cool shit that is in the movie. There's some, again, awesome weapons, cool fights, stuff like that, some decent sci-fi concepts, some cool imagery, that same kind of greasiness and glumness, but it doesn't move as fast. The characters aren't as instantly interesting or easy to connect with as District 9. So, you know, I would say that one was, it was alright. And then Chappie was a fucking bizarre experience. I mean, my brother Victor loved that movie. He had recommended it. I went and saw it. It's confused. The pacing is all over the place. The narrative goes in very weird directions. The decision to make Die Antwoord like the two main characters was an interesting one. The way it affects the ending is very strange, because, like, the whole movie, you've got these, the two members of Die Antwoord and this other guy called America, who are trying to, like, raise this robot, and basically they're raising it to be a gangster, you know, because that's just the way that they are. And there's interesting themes in the movie about, like, you know, what it has to say about the environment that you come up in and how it affects you and all that. But it's also doing that in, like, a very basic and on-the-nose way while telling this very strange and complicated kind of narrative that, when it comes to a head, like, first of all, there's a scene where America gets torn in half, and that's the main thing I remember from Chappie, is just that moment, because it was so fucking out of left field that it just got, like, power violent right there at the end, in this really shocking way, and then, like, nobody even cares that guy got killed, and then the other girl gets killed, and it's like the big deal, and it's like this big emotional moment, even though I didn't care any more about her as I did about the other guy. I don't know. It was a fucking mess. It was interesting. It was really pretty to look at times, and had some decent action, but man, what a fucking strange movie. But yeah, I had no idea that Blomkamp had done all kinds of stuff since then. It looks like he basically directed or co-directed and co-wrote a ton of short films in 2017. Like, I don't know if there was some kind of big package film that he wrote all these for, or what. I don't know. It looks like this one came out on YouTube. It was 22 minutes. I mean, that's a sizable short film. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into him. I'll have to give him all a good old watch. He would be an interesting director to, like, deep dive the whole career of and talk about all of his movies, especially now that he's done enough that you can sort of have a better idea of his, you know, his particular voice and the way he does things. But, yeah, I guess that's it.